Warm-ups, warm-ups, warm-ups. There are three main types of warm-ups necessary before starting a resistance training session. Number one is the general cardio warm-up. That's your elliptical, your rower, your Stairmaster, your treadmill, whatever machine it may be. We're trying to increase our core body temperature and increase blood flow so that we can deliver energy substrates to the muscles that are working. And just like string cheese, if you try to tear apart string cheese cold, it's gonna tear. If you put it in the microwave, warm it up, then it'll stretch apart just like your connective tissues and your musculature. And it also kind of helps with the cardio warm-up if you're somebody who likes to get into this headspace and give yourself a little bit of time to kind of meditate before your session. So first thing you should do is a cardio warm-up. Number two, the dynamic warm-up. You're working through each joint and moving in all planes of motion, so it's gonna be a little bit more specific. And then the third, which is the most important, and the most specific, would be the specific warm-up of doing lighter weights of the movement that you're doing prior to the working set. Now, if you don't have a lot of time, at the very least, do the specific warm-up. If you have all the time in the world, go ahead and do all three warm-ups to make sure you don't get injured and to maximize productivity in your session. But today we're going over the dynamic warm-up, which goes through each joint in every plane of motion. We're starting with our neck and all the way down to our ankles. We're starting with small head circles going in a counterclockwise direction. Not too big of a range of motion, not too fast. We're just trying to start ourselves getting moving in the other direction. And going from our neck into our shoulders, doing big shoulder rolls, going forward. Really try to increase your range of motion and squeeze your shoulders back as hard as you can as you come back, because most movements won't really have a position where your shoulders come forward. And same thing going the other direction. Really reaching back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Now staying at the shoulders, we're having our arms out to the sides, palms facing down, small circles forward, and then gradually get bigger. And palms up, arms out to the sides, small circles backwards, and then gradually get bigger as well. Staying at the shoulders, doing a horizontal swing, giving yourself a big hug, alternating the arm that goes on top for balance, squeezing your shoulder blades together as you swing back, and squeezing your chest together, separating your shoulder blades as you swing forward. And once again, staying at the shoulders again, double arm pumps, reaching one arm up, one arm down, pulling back, pumping twice. Keeping those arms as parallel as possible. Just make sure those arms don't come out to the side. Now going from our shoulders down to our spine, we're setting our feet a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. We're doing torso twists, allowing that back heel to lift up off the floor, pivoting onto the toe. Allow that momentum to take you. And breathing out through each twist. Now moving from the spine into the hips, plant one foot down, one knee up, out to the side and down, back out and knit, in, opening the gate and closing the gate. Imagine yourself stepping over a really large cone, reaching that knee up as high as you can, 3 to 5, switching legs. All of these will be pretty auto-regulated, so about 10 seconds, give or take. If you need more of a warm-up, go a little bit longer. If you feel pretty warm already, just move on to the next movement. And going into the knees, doing butt kickers, bringing those heels back towards our butt, making sure that knee points down straight towards the floor, really trying to stretch out your hip flexor and your quad. Moving from the knee into the ankles, standing as tall as you can, slow on the way down, tippy toe, and then control on the way down. We're planting one foot, we're grabbing onto a stable structure, we're swinging our leg forwards and backwards. You can start small and then gradually increase your range of motion as you get warmer and warmer. Stretching out your hip flexor as you swing back, and stretching out your glutes and hamstrings as you swing forward. And when you're ready, you're switching legs again. Nice, steady pendulum. And then you're gonna be holding on to a stable surface right in front of you. So grab onto that bench, grab onto that wall, swinging, oh gosh, in and out, stretching out our inner groin or adductor as we swing out, and stretching out the outside of our glute or abductors as we swing in. And then same thing on the other side. If you are doing this freestanding, just stare at a stable or fixed point on the ground or on the wall. That'll help you stay balanced and balance your weight across that midfoot. And then if you want, if you're doing a lower body day, you're doing RDLs, squats, or whatever it may be, you can go into lunges, or you can go into toe touches, reaching for the opposite toe. Just balance that body weight across the middle of that foot or that tripod foot to stay balanced. Tripod foot, big toe, small toe, and then the heel. So that's the dynamic warm-up. You can use this before pretty much any modality of exercise, whether it's a cardio workout, whether it's yoga, whether it's a HIIT workout or lifting weights. It warms up every single joint and almost every plane of motion, and you'll be pretty good to go